Welcome, everyone, to the Prince Huda podcast, or welcome back. I'm your host, Prince Huda. And if you're listening, you might not notice a damn thing, but if you're watching, you might notice a different background behind me. We'll get into that this week. First, I want to introduce my co host, the man making the many faces next to me. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Chippy on my right. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, we're flowing today, baby. It's a great
Yeah.
Wednesday evening as we're recording this podcast. I had a great workout today. I was in the gym pumping chest, and then I rollerbladed for the first time about an hour ago. Not my first time, but I was 10 the last time I was on a pair of rollerblades. And I had a leg day yesterday, and I almost pulled my groin. So that's what I'm coming off of the last 4
Love it.
hours. Is a extremely intense chest exercise to nearly tearing my groin on rollerblades. How was your day, Prince?
Uh, Pretty good. I mean, no tears, nothing crazy to report. I did do legs today, so a bit sore, a bit stiff in the lower back, which is exactly what you want to hear at this age of prime 25, lower back issues. But that's neither here nor there. I'm in the present moment right now. We're talking, we're flowing, and the first podcast from the brand new Cribos.
Haha. Bachelor pad, Prince?
I guess you could say that. I mean, right now, looking at this background, it's not virtual. It does look like a bit of a prison cell in here, but I will get some wall art up
Mix
in
in
and
some
around.
mix in some paintings on that wall, Prince. Let's get
Yeah,
some.
I
Oh,
mean,
there's
there's the
a little banner there. Okay.
little New England Patriots emblem behind me. It's funny, the only spots in the room that don't have stuff on the walls happen to be the ones in the background. So, lesson learned. Got to get some more art in here. Will come soon over the next little bit. But yeah, it's nice. Little bachelor pad, Prince's Palace.
Nice.
Buddhist Palace, whatever you want to call it. We're here, we're living, we're thriving. You know, we talked about it on the last episode. Been looking for a move in. That was a big theme. Found a spot. Finally moved in. A lot of legwork going into that. A lot of building. I've been a bit of a Bob the Builder recently with some of this stuff, but we're here. We made it.
Yeah, you were telling me it took you a little bit to set some of the furniture you bought up.
Yeah,
Tell us about that
I don't know.
experience.
Okay, so first of all, if you work at Staples and you're listening to this is a PSA. It's not as easy to assemble as furniture as you think. Okay, I got a desk from Staples. Shout out Staples. Um,
Shout out Staples.
yeah, shout out Staples. I get this desk. Guy at the store says, "Oh, it shouldn't take more than an hour. It's a quick assemble. Shouldn't take more than an hour. Legs are already built." I'm like, "All right, bet." I get here. I get the desk. First of all, these boxes are packed so tight. Takes you about 10 minutes just to unpack everything. And then you got the styrofoam sounds. That's like my trigger sound. Like if you wanted to ever torture me, you rub styrofoam together. You know that sound the styrofoam
Uh,
makes? It's like,
I
yeah,
have it in my brain right
exactly.
now. Yeah, I have it
Yeah.
because
And
you
if you're listening,
described
you're
it.
cringing too.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
appreciate
So
that.
you're welcome. I'm feeling it too now. So I really shouldn't have said that. But you take everything out of the box. It took me almost 3 effing hours to build this desk that should have taken no problem an hour. So you know what? I mean, maybe there's smarter people than me working on this stuff,
Mm.
but it took me almost 3 hours to build it. A lot of frustration, but we built it. I can't show it here, but it's very sturdy if you could hear that.
So we're saying maybe not a framer, or maybe not an assembler for your career path.
No, I'm not. I'm not working on roofs like my friend over here. I don't think I have what it takes to be in that field. A lot of frustration on this end when it comes to building stuff and pieces not fitting where they're supposed to. So definitely a test of the patience. But I'm sure you could speak to that with some of the previous work you've done building stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was a brief period in my life where I was throwing up some houses. Throwing up some houses, plural. That's right, guys. Houses, plural. Houses. Threw up
Plural.
multiple houses. 12-pitch roofs. Zips, snipping some wood. Guys, I don't even. It was just so much skill required to do that job that it's insane. I won't go into too much detail, but yeah, I was definitely a handyman. Definitely just a handyman with every single tool there is. That is complete cap. I was not the greatest at that job either. I didn't even know how to use a measuring tape when I first got on the site. Did it for about 5 months, and by the end I was kind of skillful, but now I think I forgot all my skill with the skill saw.
Interesting. You don't think you could whip up a house for me real quick?
Nah. I could barely whip up a meal for dinner.
Don't remind me.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
remind me.
So have you gone to Impact Coffee again? Prince has found love at
Whoa.
Impact Coffee.
Would you believe I've been twice since that day?
Oh my! I would believe you've been twice today.
Okay.
Is what I would believe.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
let's let the listeners in on this. So, Coach Chippy comes up for the weekend. We're hanging out, and there's this place near my building, some kind of like hipster, bougier, like health food spot. I'd never heard of it. I never would have thought to go in there. This guy goes, "Oh, they got good coffee, iced coffee, perfect." I go in there, and wow, I mean, what was behind the counter to me was the real selling point, not was what was on the menu. And yeah, you could say I have a bit of a crush on a barista. I guess you could say that's a barista, right? That's not a Starbucks
bit of a
word, right?
crush. Bit of a crush.
Bit of a crush. So since then, have yet to see this individual, have yet to cross paths with this individual, but you never know. I'll leave it up to the universe and see what happens here.
You just have to go on the exact day we went at the exact same time next week. So
That's
Saturday,
what Sammy said, but then it's like, now I'm tracking your shifts. That's kind of
yeah,
weird,
now
isn't
that's
it?
weird. Now it's completely weird.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
you're here again, right? That's a little,
well, that's what I mean. So now next time you see her, she's gonna be like, oh my days. I think we'll let it happen
I went.
organically. But it's funny because now every time you go in there, you're like,
Well, this is case. So again,
oh
now
my
this is one of those
days.
shows. Like, this is why people should listen to this, because I probably say stuff I shouldn't. Monday I go in, right, fully ready to buy some bullshit beverage that's like way too expensive. 3 dudes there. All right, I'm out. That was Monday. Tuesday, same
No,
thing.
you gotta, bro. You gotta just go
I'm
in and
out.
get a coffee now, bro.
I'm out.
You gotta go in to
I'm
enjoy the
out.
restaurant now, bro. You can't be going in.
I don't enjoy it. I enjoy the people that work there. I mean, like, I go
Oh
in.
my days.
I survey the land. I go, okay, maybe I'm lost. I'm in the wrong place. Pull the confused act and then leave, right? So I've done that twice now. So I don't think I can
You're not even
afford to
getting
do
a
that a third
coffee?
time. That's like $6.
Bro, it's $6, bro.
expensive.
Everything's $6 now.
I don't pay for coffee. Where I work, there's a coffee machine. I don't spend a dime
Well,
on coffee.
exactly. So you can afford to spend the $6 because you're getting it for free half the time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
absolutely
I
love
guess.
it. I love it.
Here's the
I love
thing.
it.
I can't go back a third time and then leave right away, because then it's like, all right, what's this dude's problem, right? Now we're at a point where you got to just, like you said, go in and just buy a beverage. Whatever
You have
happens,
to.
happens. So
You have to.
maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow.
You need to go in
I'll
and
probably do that
purchase.
tomorrow.
You're gonna go in and purchase.
I'll do that tomorrow. I'll support the
Because maybe
the
like the
business at
universe is
hand
like,
here.
oh, like I need him to purchase something for her to show up again.
Universe doesn't want me to be a broke boy, is what it is.
Go in there and spend
it's
$10 on a coffee next time.
$10.
Get some whipped cream
That's
in
what it
there.
takes.
Get some whipped cream and some chocolate syrup or something.
Oh,
Get a hot chocolate.
Get a hot chocolate. All right, I'll get something. You know what? I will, for you and for this podcast, I will go in tomorrow. I will get a beverage. And I will hopefully have an update on this situation.
I'm excited for this update. I think we're all excited. We're all excited, I think.
Yeah, I know OJ was pretty interested in what's happening too. But yeah, I mean, there's plenty of stuff going on here. I mean, quite a bit. Definitely a lot of things to spend money on. We talk about spending money. There's very much expenses daily, which I didn't realize living at home. Everything's kind of taken care of for you. You don't have to worry about certain things. Shout out mom and dad. If you live with your mom and dad, don't take it for granted, people. There's so many things that they do that you don't even realize. And then you get out, you're like, oh shit, I got to do this myself. So definitely very grateful for the time I spent in my house. Anyone that's still there, cherish that time.
What's your favorite thing and least favorite thing about living on your own?
Favorite thing?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I can record a podcast as loud as I want and no one's here. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, I do have a roommate, but he's doing stuff right now. So like the freedom to just have my own space. TV's always whatever we want to watch. You know, the fridge is stocked with stuff I want. It's always like because it's like my place and not like our place with my mom and dad. But the thing that I probably hate the least, uh, I mean, I probably shouldn't say this either, but I just changed my sheets for the first time yesterday. So
Oh
doing
my
laundry and shit.
days. Oh my days. That's true. That's true. That's true.
Changing the sheets
Changing the
was an arduous
sheets.
task because I only have one set of
Kick
sheets.
the sheets.
Or here's another one for you. Yesterday, we don't have any plastic cutlery, and all the forks were in the dishwasher. And I ran the dishwasher and I made some food. And I'm like, oh, I need a fork to eat. And I realized I didn't have a fork. So I had to use this big soup ladle to eat my
Come
food because
on.
I didn't have a fork.
Come on. You couldn't just go in and do a little hand wash on one of the forks?
No, the
Oh.
dishwasher was on, so I couldn't like stop it and go in there. So yeah, like I was using a ladle to eat my food because all the
Oh
forks were
my
involved.
goodness. A ladle. That sounds like me. No. I've been getting better. I've been getting better. Just dishes, doing them right when you're done.
That's it. That's efficient.
Well, it's like, yeah, you don't always need to use the dishwasher. Like when you got a pan, like just throw a little scrubber, get your scrubber, and then
Yeah,
when
the
it's still
pans for
hot, it
sure.
comes right off. But yeah, the forks and stuff, yeah, nah. You just got to run that thing every night before you go to bed.
Yeah, but then I pay for like utilities too,
How much are the utilities going
right?
for? Are they expensive?
We'll see. We'll see. It hasn't been a month yet. We'll
So you
we'll
guys are
see
just
what that
not
first
you're not
number
you're not
looks
flushing
like.
the toilet. You're not running the
No,
laundry. You're not running the dishwasher. I'm surprised your lights are on
it's
right
like it
now.
would. Oh, of course, of course. We'll see. We'll see. Yesterday we had the dishwasher going, the laundry machine going, the showers going. So we'll see. It was an
Okay.
expensive night in the Huda household yesterday. That's for sure.
Holy, okay. We don't want to. Let's not get too crazy.
Well, this reminds me of I don't know if you remember this. Back in university when we were out of forks at our house, we didn't have a dishwasher. We went to shout out Pub on King. You probably won't appreciate this. We went to Pub on King, and me and Rubes had a contest of who can bring home the most sets of cutlery. So we're stuffing our jackets, stuffing our pants,
I'm
stuffing our.
laughing, but we
I think I
used
got.
those. But we used them. We went in there and
Yeah,
we used it.
I must have grabbed like 8 sets. This guy comes out with 12. So we bought like 20 sets worth of forks and knives just on a night out. So very ashamed of that, but that was
Oh my,
dire times.
that is unbelievable. What else have you guys been doing at the pad? Watching a lot of TV.
Pad? Yeah, I've watched a lot of hockey. I think we've watched almost every game just because, like, what's nice now or not so nice is that every night there's just one game, one basketball game, one hockey game. So you can dial into both. So, been watching the Florida series, the Edmonton series pretty closely. We watched some of the Luca versus Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves. He had like a crazy game winner the other night. So, been betting a lot too. So it's like you're watching every game because you always got to play on it. So definitely a lot of
And
sports
you
so
guys doing
far.
that together?
So he'll say my boy Sammy he'll say that we're betting together. It's my account, my money, but we're betting together in his mind.
Okay. So what's the dynamic? Are you guys spending every waking moment together? Are you guys in your own room sometimes? What's the dynamic going on in the roommate situation?
During the day, we'll work in our own spaces, right? So I gotta like if I'm working from home, I got my desk, he's got his desk in his room, and then like I'll go in. So I go in like 3 days a week, so he'll be at home sometimes. Usually at night we'll kick it because like we're not usually together during the day. So at night we'll hang out, we'll watch TV, uh, and or watch a game or something. So it's usually together, like similar to our vibe at when we used to live together, where it's like during the day we're kind of doing our own things, going to class, working in our rooms, and then at night everyone kind of hangs out. So it's very similar vibe to that.
Okay, I see. I see. What's like something that he does that annoys you? It's been a week. It's been a week. There's got to be
Nothing,
something. Something's popped up. And
nothing
then,
at the
and
moment.
then
Knock on wood.
what's
There's
something that
nothing I can think of that he does
I
yet. Yet.
can't wait for this podcast to continue and just to hear what's going on in that house.
Trials and tribulations. Well, funny enough, I asked yesterday because like I would think my biggest nuisance is like filming stuff, like going live, making videos, all that. So he asked me, he's like, "How often are you filming stuff?" I'm like, "Typically every day." Like, "Are you hearing me?" He's like, "Not really." So that's a good. That was my biggest character flaw that I was worried about, but so far so good. Not screaming
Okay.
too much, which is ideal.
Okay, I like it. And what kind of foods do you guys eat? Do you guys cook
I'm a chef.
together? Or no? Is it just
It's like sometimes, but most of the time it's like cook for yourselves. Like I'm Prince Ramsey over here. I've been chefing up pretty nicely recently to a lot of good food. I've been taking the food pictures. I don't usually send those. I don't usually post those, but I'm keeping those to myself. I've definitely been fine dining a
wouldn't
little
mind to
bit.
see
No
story
filet mignon thing like that.
wouldn't mind to
Was
see
that?
story prints. Wouldn't mind to see story prints and giving us a little more insight of what you're doing throughout the day. Like when you're cooking, you should be giving the people updates
Okay.
because I think we want to see it. I know I
Okay.
want to see it. I wouldn't mind seeing some story updates in the morning, what you're up to, what you're cooking, what when you're
I
walking
mean,
on the when you're walking. I wouldn't mind seeing some rants. So I think
okay.
you need to hit that story button a little more. I think you're lacking on the stories right now.
Okay. I like that. I'm up for the challenge. If you want to watch
Challenge.
me put a burger in the air fryer tonight, I
I
can
would
put that on
I'd
my
love to
story.
seen I would love to know that you did that. You know what I mean? I didn't even know you did that. I wouldn't have known. The
No,
world
I
doesn't
haven't.
know.
I haven't yet. I'm starving. I
Oh,
have not
there you
yet.
go. There you go. I'd love to see a little update on the behind the scenes of Prince in his new abode.
I like that. I'm up for the challenge, letting people in a little bit more. I like that. I'll definitely do that. And I think that's a good way to build relationship with the audience,
Mm,
build some more Prince faithful because we got
there you go.
followers, but we need faithful.
We
There's a
need
difference,
faithful,
right?
bro. We
We
need
need
people that
faithful.
really, really like you for
Love
you,
me.
love you for you.
100%. 100%. Hopefully barista will too. But that's enough about me. You've had some crazy shit go on in the past few weeks. I swear I saw you on TSN
Oh,
last
hey.
week,
That was a couple weeks ago now, I think. Yeah, Chip was on
maybe 2 weeks
TSN.
ago.
This was I was wearing a headset like this. This was like the headset I was wearing. Yeah, that was at the London Knights game. I was at the London Knights game with the OHL, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to do the intermission interview on TSN?" And I said, "Let's flow." And there was zero preparation. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. So yeah, they threw the camera on, threw the bright lights. I had the little headset on, and then I couldn't see Julia, who I was speaking with, who was interviewing me. So it was difficult to gauge the tonality, like gauge like is she finding me funny? Am I being funny? So like there was a couple moments where like, oh, this is live television and I don't even know what's going on right now. So I think I even said I'm a little bit nervous on the actual TV, which I think was a power move, just to let people know, yeah, this is Chippy's first time doing this. I don't know what we're doing, but yeah, that was a wild experience on TV for the first time. How would I do,
That's sick.
Prince?
I thought you killed it. Like I thought for sure when you told me that you were gonna do that, they'd prep you. Hey, this is the question list we're gonna do. You have this many minutes. This much. Like it seems
No,
like they really just
literally
threw you to the wolves.
5 minutes before, like I wasn't even sure if I was doing it because I looked over at the girl. I'm like, "Yo, are we supposed to be like doing the interview?" And she's like, "Oh, thanks for reminding me." And then we like ran up to the broadcast room, and then I was standing there like no one like came up to me and was like, "Yo, this is like kind of what's gonna happen." So I was like, what are we doing? Like, what am I doing?" And then they just kind of put the headset on, and then I
Oh my
heard
god.
I heard her in the ears, and she's like, "We're live in 45 seconds." I was like, "Oh, perfect." And then I was like not thinking too much, but part of me was trying to think of answers because I didn't know the question. So you're trying to like think of an answer on live TV on the spot and not say a swear word or not. But we flowed, and we got it done. I think it was like it was like 3 minutes. It wasn't a short one. It wasn't like it was like a minute
No.
30. It was like a 3 minute. And I'm like looking at this. I'm looking up at the sky, trying to think of an answer. Then they're telling me to look at the camera, and I'm not looking at the camera. I'm like, I don't know what happened. I think it went pretty good, but I think I would be better if I did it a second time. I'd be a little bit more prepared.
It felt
But
like it never ended. Like There was a
Oh,
question where I was like, "Good, this
imagine
is
being
the
in
last
there.
one."
Imagine being on. Imagine
Yeah,
being on, asking me about Sheldon Keefe getting fired, and then you're getting like these hot questions that they're asking. And I'm trying to like, yeah, there is some hot questions, but I think I handled them like a sharpshooter, like a ninja. I was like,
that's
oh,
good.
yeah. So yeah, we flowed, but that was that. Yeah, that was fun. What else did I
I
get up to?
My favorite, just going back to that, was when she asked you about the game, and she's like, "What are your thoughts on the first
Oh,
period?" I'm like, "What are you, Don Cherry? What is this?"
I didn't even like really watch the game because I was thinking about the interview and people. I was like talking to people, and so I didn't even know the score of the game. So she's like, asked me what happened in that first period, and I'm like, yeah, the teams are flowing. Like the power play looked like good for London or something. I don't even know what I was saying. Like I guess yeah, like I didn't expect those questions. Like I didn't expect to be asked about the game. So like I was like not prepared, but like what are you supposed to say? Like what? Like I don't know. Like oh, they're flowing. Looks good. Like I
You
don't
can't be
know.
like, "I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't watch the first period at all." Like, obviously, that's a tough look, but I think you kind of have that safety net where you could just, "Oh, they're not thinking too much. They're flowing.
Yeah,
They're
I think I said
flowing.
it
They're
like 10
styling." Like,
times, bro. I think I said like
yeah,
style and flow, baby. I think I just kept going back to that and like and then I kind of took the interview. I was like, oh, like that's what style and flow is all about. Like I just kind of ran with it, but
yeah, no, that was cool. Who was, what was the name of the girl that did it with you? You both did a good job.
Julia, shout out to Julia.
Julia, shout out to Julia, TSN. Could we see you more on the TV in the future? Was that an audition for a potential future?
Who knows? Unknown future. Could be. It's a possibility.
I like that.
But I like the social media stuff. I like being able to control what I'm creating and be able to make the stuff I like to make. So I kind of more of a social media guy, I think. But who knows? Maybe throw me up on that panel and I'll go out there and flow. Hey, just don't give me any restrictions. Get me on air. Let me flow, and we'll see if they can let me flow. I'll
I
come
like
in
it.
for a Saturday night. I'll come in for the big boy game.
That would
I'll
be
come
fun.
in
That
for
would
the
be
big boy
funny.
games.
That would be pretty funny. Well, funny, you may not know this, but I was once on CP24 in
Ooh,
the background of an interview
ooh.
at
I didn't
Jurassic
know
Park.
that. That sounds
Yeah, I was in the background. It was like 2015. I'll find the clip and I'm gonna post this in a few days. It was my mom, somehow, for some reason, she told me the other day she still has it. It was like me, Taryn, a couple other buddies. We were at the Jurassic Park. This was when the Raptors were like, I think they were playing Miami. Um, whatever year it was, I don't know. But CP24 was like, "Oh, you guys look like Raptor fans. You want to do an interview? Sure." And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Taryn, but I believe Taryn predicted the exact score the Raptors would win by, and it hit.
oh wow.
And you just see me standing in the background, looking all nervous because I was like, they're like, "Who wants to do an interview?" And three guys went like this, and I was just like, "Yeah, please, no, don't
Oh
pick me, don't pick
wow.
me." Yeah,
Wow, someone predicted the future. Someone had the keys.
yeah, I
Taryn
gotta
had the
find that clip.
keys.
I will find that clip. But yeah, that my mom reminded me of that the other day, and so I had to bring up, a bit on TV before too, but not the last time. That's for sure.
Beautiful.
Would you like want to do that? Like, would that be a career avenue for you? Like, would you want to sit on a panel? Would you want your own show? Like, does the TV world interest you at all?
Ah, I don't know. I feel like like I don't know. I actually don't know. I have never been in a studio and like flowed. Like I feel like it'd be okay. I feel like it'd be a lot of work. I just feel like it'd be a lot of like preparation. Like that's what I mean. Like if I could just go out there and flow and not really like have like a script, but like I don't know, I kind of like just making my own videos too. So it would be interesting. I think I don't know.
It's cool.
Would you want to do it?
I think, to your point, like having creative freedom where it's like, there's obviously certain topics you have to talk about, but like freedom to be able to like disagree. Like, I know certain shows like First Take or Undisputed, when
Yeah.
one person has to take one side, one person has to take the other. So even if you don't necessarily agree with something, you have to be on that side of the debate. So not having that lens where I can just, speak my mind and kind of give my takes as free as they are, that would intrigue me. But if I have to play some sort of, character of like, oh, I disagree with you, or oh, LeBron's not the best player of all, like stuff like that is where I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would be fun.
Does that make sense?
I think it would be fun to like debate and like with your buddy if it's just like, yeah, you show up and you have some topics and you guys know it's like it's kind of like a joke type thing, like, but
Yeah, if I'm in on it and we're just riffing, that's cool. But like you see those clips where they get heated and they yell at each. Like remember when Shannon took off his glasses and Skip's like, "Don't take your glasses off. Put those back on." Like that's a little too much. Where these guys are like ready to throw hands. That's where I don't know.
yeah, that's facts. That's true. Yeah, Skip and Shannon. Shannon's got his own pod now. He's out there flowing, doing his own thing, right?
Yeah, him and this Chad Ochocinco. He used to be a wide receiver in the NFL. They do a pod like nightly. They're doing like
Yeah, that's
recaps of the sports, and then they talk about like life. Nightcap, I think it's called.
and then he
And then
got
he
his
has
own
another
one.
one
Didn't
like
he have
Club Shay Shay.
Yeah, okay,
I
okay.
think Club Shay Shay. So they do interviews. Like he's blown up. Like I remember when he was on first take as a guest. Then he did Undisputed, and now he's like, I mean, he's more famous now than he ever was as an NFL player. That's for sure.
He's doing. He had that interview with Cat Williams that went crazy.
Yeah, those clips.
Those
Did
clips
you
went.
hear about it? Yeah, those are some crazy stuff said there. Did you hear about Inside the NBA, the show with Shaq, Barkley, and all those guys getting canceled?
Yeah, what's going on? You said that. I think we talked about that the other day, didn't we?
Yeah, apparently TNT, who owns the broadcast rights to the NBA, they're not renewing them because it like went up in price. And so if ESPN or NBC or Amazon or whoever takes over, they don't have Shaq under contract or Charles or Kenny Smith or Ernie. So like that show and its incarnation after next season could be done, which is like so sad.
They're talking about hockey more. Did you see that? Like Biz is in the mix. Like Shaq Hyman. This like
Shaq
they're
Hyman.
they're bringing
Yeah,
the
I
jersey.
love that.
I think they made them talk about good about hockey. I remember like Chuck wasn't talking about it, but now like I saw him get like a Draisaitl jersey the other day. Like they're like
It's
kind
it's
of
it's cool because the network owns both, right? So it makes good business sense for them to promote or cross promote on both shows. Like I think what the TNT panel like with Biz and Lundqvist and Gretzky and all that, like they've tried to recreate what the NBA guys do. So it's cool. Like the Shaq Hyman stuff's funny. You said there was a Draisaitl jersey. Who got a
well,
Draisaitl
they just
jersey?
like they were talking about it at the end of the Dallas Mavericks game, and like there was a bit where Draisaitl gave
Oh shit.
like Draisaitl didn't come on, but it was like a jersey, like Edmonton Oilers jersey, and it was signed by Draisaitl. I just watched that clip today, so I'm just like it looks like they're integrating a little bit more
That's
from
dope.
talking about more hockey stuff. So that was interesting. That was an interesting observation I made.
Yeah, look at you consuming different forms of media now. I like that. I like that.
They call me the media consumer and creator.
I was gonna say what percent consumer versus
I don't
creator.
know. Too much consumption. There should be zero consumption and all creative, but you gotta have a little bit of balance, I guess.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I definitely consume more than I create. I think most of the world's just consumers, right? So it's a good analogy. I never thought of it that way, consumer and creator, but it's
Mm.
very interesting. I want to try a new segment here
Oh yeah, you
because
said
I
you had
feel like you're a
segments
big
ready.
music guy.
Huge music guy. I love music.
Yeah,
Love
you're a
making it.
big music guy. I know you love making it, but I know you love listening to it too. Consuming, creating. We're going back to that. Is there a song on your playlist, on your mind, anything you've been listening to recently that you've been turning up and really, really vibing with that you'd want to share? Song of the week, per se?
OJ and I listened to the entire front to back "Wish You Were Here" album, Pink Floyd, the other day, and it was a
Ooh,
masterpiece. So I've never sat and listened to it front to back, and we were on a long drive, so we just threw on "Wish You Were Here," Pink Floyd, and that is a masterpiece. Music is not made like that today. just a front to back concept album, 44 minutes. And like the first song, 11 minutes, 54 seconds of just
Damn.
beautiful guitar. It's like it's mind. We were saying it's mind or conscious expanding music, like mind expansion. Like that's the music. Like that's the frequency. I would say Pink Floyd rocks on. So if you want to expand your consciousness, throw on "Wish You Were Here," Pink Floyd. How about you?
I like that. Is
What were
that why
your
you're wearing pink today?
No, I just forgot I had to own this thing. And it's a little pump cover. I got a muscle shirt on underneath here because we've
Oh,
been in the gym a little bit. Yeah,
I see
tricep,
that. I
tricep. We're
see
back
that.
a little bit. We were 165 for 10 today.
Right on.
Yeah, we're getting back on that
Right
bench.
on.
You know about that bench press. You know about that bench press.
Bird chest. Yes, of
Bird
course.
chest, yeah, this bird chest. Someone came up to me today and complimented me, bro. We were making a video, we are making a vlog, and I did a funny video where I took off the pump cover, and I was like, oh, I wonder if anyone looked at
Mm-hmm.
me when I did that. Literally 5 minutes later, some dude comes up, and I was like, oh, he's like, oh, dude, I just wanted to come over and just like some random guy, like I never had like talked to him before, and he just came over and was like, bro, I just want to come and say, bro, you look good. Like that side chest is insane.
Damn. Look at that.
I was like, holy, bro. I
That's
was like, yo, this guy's my new favorite guy at the gym, bro.
he's
I
flirting with
almost
you.
started blushing, bro. Yeah, that's what I mean. I almost started to blush.
Glazing you.
But yeah, he said my side
That's
chest
funny.
looked good today. So I was like, damn, I was doing this one where I was pumping it. And I'm on creatine now. I've been on
Okay.
creatine for a
Flies.
week. So yeah, I'm about to
I like it.
take this to another level, bro.
I like it. So you have Pink Floyd as your song or album of the week,
Yeah, yes.
and this is gonna sound crazy, but the number one song that I can't get out of my head, I can't stop listening to, is "Get It Sexy" by Sexy Red.
Get It Sexy by Sexy Red. Bro, I've never even heard that
Yes, I
song.
am. I don't know
Like that
why.
seems like
You'll know it when you hear
I
it.
wouldn't have admitted to that if I were you. Like that's just like to me that's
It's a
what are you
banger.
talking
The
about,
lyrics are
bro?
really suspect. Don't
Bro, that
love the
you are
lyrics
what
to
you
that one,
consume.
but it's a
You
bop.
are what you consume, bro.
I'm sexy. That I'm sexy.
Oh my days, bro. That is not mind expanding music. That is
No, it's
degeneracy.
the
That is
opposite.
degeneracy. But you know
I
what?
was
Sometimes
out.
it bops.
I heard it.
Sometimes it bops. I wouldn't. I'm not bopping to
it
that. But
no, I'll send it to you after this
nah, I
podcast.
ain't
You will
listening.
bop to it.
I
It's
refuse. I refuse to listen to that frequency, bro.
get it sexy.
Oh
Get it
my,
Yeah, I'm
nah,
sorry. I don't know why. I was just stuck in my head. I wish it wasn't. I wish I was listening to something else. It was Kendrick or Drake or
bro. On some Pink
maybe some
Floyd, bro.
classics, but that's what's on my head right now.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Oh, yeah. I mean, new segment. Maybe next week I'll have a better, or next episode I'll have a better song, a more educated
Please,
song, a
please.
more cleansed music palette. But
I pray for that.
that's what's on the mind and the brain right now.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. Whatever makes you
I mean,
happy.
that's what this show's about.
Whatever
Thank
makes you
you.
happy.
That sounded constructive, but thank you.
It's to each their own. To each their own. What they choose to consume and what realities they choose to live. I'm not judging.
Well,
Me,
it's like
me
funny because
personally,
she did this song.
me personally wouldn't choose to. Me personally, though, that's just me personally. But who am I? But who am I? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I
Why
don't
does my
know. I
opinion
don't know
matter?
who I am anymore. It does.
You're
It
turning
does
into
to
Get It
me.
Sexy. You're
It
turning into
does to
Sexy
me.
Red.
Get it sexy. Get it sexy. I can't even repeat the
Oh
lyrics on
my
here. They're
gosh,
so
bro.
foul. So foul. Like you
Bro,
listen to this song, it is so
you need a
foul, but
detox,
it's a
bro.
bop.
You need a dopamine detox.
Take Keith. Take Keith. You know the rest. You know the rest. I can't say it. You know the rest. I hear you're traveling again. International Chippy back on the move. Where are you going to next?
Nashville Friday. Nashville playing. That's what I mean. I'm playing roller hockey for the first time ever on Saturday, and I'm
Nervous?
honestly I didn't realize how hard rollerblading was, bro. You can't stop, bro. You can't stop, and like how hard like your feet are like arched in the shoe in the boot. So like, bro, the pressure points on your foot, it's gonna be a battle on Saturday. But I was also on like cement floor that was like super smooth. I think that's like it's grippy stuff you play on. So I slipped. I went down hard, but yeah, I'm not nervous, but
Oh,
I'm definitely like my expectations aren't high for myself. Like I've never played inline hockey. I've never even practiced. So it could be real dangerous out there. I might look like a freaking bender, like an actual duster. So like that's gonna be a tough look,
that's
but
content though,
it's
right?
content.
Like you can just say you're in character.
I know, but it's kind of like Chippy's kind of nasty at everything he does, and now it's like Chippy's a duster. Like, what happened to
Not the
being
figure
nasty,
skating
Chip?
though.
What happened to being nasty? Yeah, I look like a duster on the figure skates too.
Yeah, but it's in character, right? So like
Yeah,
you could
it's
just, oh,
great.
I'm in character. I'm
I
nah.
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I just love being good at stuff. And you know what? But guess what? That's
There
what
you
we're
go.
doing. We're getting some humility. Can't be good at everything, you know? And if
No,
you've never done it before, how could you possibly be good at it?
fair words,
Unless you're
fair
like me.
words. How long's the flight to
Usually I'm good at
Nashville?
stuff. I don't know. Couple hours maybe?
Couple hours. No driving overnight
We
this time.
drove. It was a 15-hour drive, so I mean, it's got to be like
That's
3
insane.
hours.
That's insane. Well, I have a show for you. If I know you don't watch TV, I know you don't consume a lot of television, but you know Shane Gillis, the comedian.
Yeah,
You heard of him? So
I
he has a
have.
new show on Netflix called Tires. Have you seen this? Have you heard of this show, Tires?
I haven't heard of it, no, but
It's
I've seen.
very funny, very very funny. Sort of like a sitcom style, like The Office, but it's about a mechanic shop that sells tires, and it's really funny. 6 episodes, all of them 20 minutes. You'll kill it over the weekend, like within a flight and a flight back. Very very funny. Highly recommend to you and to anyone watching. We
That's
finished it last
interesting.
night. It was I haven't laughed that hard at a show in a very long time. So very very good show.
That's what's interesting to me because that's why, like, I watch YouTube. Like, I don't watch Netflix necessarily. Like, that's why I want to do YouTube so much, just because how much YouTube content I consume. Like, I love watching YouTube videos. Like, I don't know why. I'm a big YouTube guy. Like, I'll just be like lost in that algorithm. So they'll recommend something to me, and I'm like, oh, I gotta watch that. Like, definitely a big YouTube guy.
Can you sit and watch a YouTube video that's like 30 minutes long or
Oh
40
yeah,
minutes? Like you
shout
see
out
some
to
of those, you're like,
Nick
oh,
Naracina.
really?
I'll watch his full like 20-minute video or like, um, yeah, bro. If they're good YouTubers and they make good videos and the content's lit, yeah, I'll sit there and watch it. Like
Okay. That's interesting.
100%.
So yeah, these episodes are like 20 minutes as well. Pretty funny. Pretty funny.
I'll have to check that
Similar
out.
vibe, funny.
I watch Kill
Definitely
Tony a lot
recommend.
too. That's a
If you
good
don't like it,
podcast.
yeah, that's funny. Did you see Tony at the Tom Brady roast? He just went off on everyone. That was
Apparently
unbelievable.
Tom was pissed when he went up and he was like, "Those shoes are whatever." The joke he said at the beginning, like apparently Tom actually like gave it to him a little bit, and he wasn't sure if he should like respond to it, and then he just kept going on his roast.
Oh,
He acted like,
really? I'm
yeah,
trying to
it's like he went on a podcast and it's like a clip's going viral on TikTok. So like Tommy wasn't
I gotta
happy
check that out. Yeah.
with Tony.
The Tom Brady, there was one time where he stood up. So Jeff Ross made a joke about Robert Kraft, who's like the Patriots
But
owner,
is that like a
about the
joke?
massage
Was that a
stuff.
joke? Like did he actually
Yeah,
come
it
up,
was
or was
like
he
it's all
joking coming?
jokes.
Like was he jokingly coming up and saying,
No,
"Don't
like
say that"?
he
To me, it looked like he was joking.
so
I've seen
apparently
the clip. I've seen the clip 100 times.
I saw so apparently on Julian Edelman's podcast, he said that one of the topics you weren't allowed to touch was that. And so Jeff Ross went there, and that's why Brady went up, was like, yo, we're not doing that. But like you said, it could all be a work. We could just be part of the joke
because
here.
that
But
almost brought more
apparently that was
attention
one of
to
the
it.
things that was off limit.
Him doing that brought
Yeah,
more
it was
attention
illegal
to it.
shit, right? So yeah, but I want to figure out what joke you were talking about with Tony and Tom.
Oh, Tony
That's
just went up
interesting.
and he was
I
like,
didn't hear about this.
it was the beginning of his roast. He just like went up and was like, "Nice shoes, those come in men's," or something like that. Like I don't even know. And then he says, "I'll
Really?
shut."
That?
I guess he didn't know who Tony
Huh.
was. Like he didn't really know who Tony was, so he was just kind of like, "Yeah, you gotta watch the Tony podcast where he talks about it."
Yeah. No, I'll definitely check that out. Yeah, that was Netflix too. Netflix is on a roll right now with funny stuff. So shout out Netflix. A lot of shout
Rolling.
outs today. A lot of stuff. We're rolling. Well, that's all I had for this week, Chip. Anything you got
Beautiful.
on your mind? Anything you're thinking about? You want to talk?
I got this haircut that I got the other day, and it's too short, and my flow's gone, and it's kind of
Yeah,
upsetting.
but it'll grow back.
It'll grow back, but other than that,
It's a summer cut. It'll grow back.
I gotta go eat some food, make some food, and put some food back.
Same here.
And
Same here.
we're gonna keep flowing. That's what we're gonna do.
Hell yeah. Appreciate you jumping on. Appreciate the audience, the viewers, the new listeners. We've got a lot of new followers recently. So if you're checking this out for the first time, this is your introduction to Prince off of a 60-second reel and Coach Chippy. This has been the Prince Huda podcast. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Let's go.